Roger with Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this utility truck. It is a 2004 Ford F350 regular cab dual rear wheel. It's a 6.0 turbo diesel. It's two-wheel drive. It's an XL, which is a work truck. Vinyl floor crank windows, etc. This truck has 203,400 miles on it. It has obviously a pretty intense utility bed on it, which we'll walk through in a second. When we got it here, we decided that these work trucks especially have to be really mechanically sound. Obviously somebody's going to work for a living on them. They're going to be running and driving and all kinds of stuff all day long. So we do a 2-hour inspection. We decided that we were going to bulletproof this one before it was sold. Usually we offer that after the sale for $1,900. We do this before the sale. So this truck has, here's my little cheat sheets over here. It's got a new EGR cooler, bulletproof EGR cooler. Ford with a, has a new bulletproof EGR cooler. Has a Ford oil cooler. New filter with Rotella oil. Water pump, thermostat's new. New coolant, serpentine belt. Steering stabilizers new. Sway bar links are new, and new batteries. So basically, mechanically extremely sound. From the engine standpoint, runs and drives like a big truck on stiff suspension, which is what you'd expect in a 550. Front tires are probably 30 or 40% tread. Rears are about 20%. I'm gonna have Jason come out here in just a second here and start opening doors for me. There's this much to do. It's kind of hard to knock out these videos without extra help. He's going to start opening these. Get them all open for me. I'm going to go through the path. Obviously, there's not much to show you here on a stripped down work truck model. We do have a manual here. Here's a jack. Back there. Alright, here you go. Lots of storage here. And we have up here, we have this stuff going on. My brother's going to take this thing out and do probably 40 to 50 HD pictures. Like I said, the rear tires are pretty low on tread. Fronts probably don't need any tires in the next couple thousand, but the rears do. These stake beds do lift out if you want them to come out. Got that big ladder rack, whatever, hanging rack, whatever you want to call it. And basically the same thing on this side that you have on the other side. Not much really to report, but you want to see inside, there you go. Alright, and that would be that. I'm going to fire this thing up, look under the hood. 203,328 miles. And a very well maintained motor now. We've gotten a hold of it and taken care of it. 2 new batteries. There's your Ford stamp there. Ford stamp here. That's a beautiful thing. That is a nice motor. Let's see, there you go, the Ford stamp over here. That's a new battery. This is an original battery. New coolant, new serpentine belt. This thing's ready to roll. A little fading here. I doubt anyone's going to care about that. We did a little repair. A mobile guy came and repaired that in here on the seat. Again, this is a work truck, so it does not have tilt, does not have cruise. I doubt anyone cares about that, but the minute I don't say it, I hear about it. All right, seatbelt on. It does have a radio. Radio works. Air is blowing ice cold. All the settings work, and it is hot in Tucson. This is our first day where it's hot. It's taken a while to get there, but there it is. There's your tow haul on and off, okay? All right, let's go for a ride. This thing's on a clear title, so if you come to Tucson to drive it home or wherever you're driving it, you're gonna pay tax and dock fee. Dock fee's $250. Tax is 2% city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate. If you're one of our Alaska buyers, their state tax rate is 0. So when they come, they pay 2% tax and a $250 dock fee. Our Arizona state tax is 6.1. So an Arizona resident's gonna pay 8.1% taxes and a $250 dock fee. If your state tax rate was 3%, you would pay 5% tax and a $250 dock fee. If you pay by wire and ship, no dock fee, no taxes. Once we receive your wire, we will fill out the title the way you want it filled out, with your name and address, your company's name and address, notarize it, scan it into your online file so you'll see it even before it mails out. We even scan in the envelope that we mail it to you in. We scan in the title we got. When we purchase this truck, everything that we know about this truck, you will know. Boy, this thing shifts perfectly. Really good truck. I like this truck. What else? Not much to know here. I know that we, our next door neighbors buy trucks from us all the time, and a solar company. And the minute they see this thing, they're gonna want to put their solar panels on it and blah, blah, blah. Hopefully they haven't bought a truck already. They've been looking for one. I might just want to bring this next door right now. That being said, please get your deposit in. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. Until we have a deposit, it's for sale. Once we get your deposit, we will put a banner over the truck at wheelkinetics.com with your name, and you'll know it's yours, okay? Very important to get your deposit in. This is a fairly unique truck. We've done the work on the motor that generally we reserve to do for people after the sale. But this one we really needed to make sure was really sound from the get-go. It's a big truck, and we just wanted to make sure with some miles. Now we're sure. That being said, this is the part of my speech where I tell people that it's out of warranty, which is obvious. Ford built this, they give it X amount of years and X amount of miles for warranty, and it's way past that, right? If they could have given it a 20-year, 300,000 mile warranty, they would have. Why didn't they? Because they didn't know what was going to happen to it after a certain number of miles or a certain number of years. They built the truck, so if they don't know what's going to happen to it, I doubt we know more than the people who built it. So, translation, there's risk involved. Even though we've done all this motor work to it, you know, preemptive work with the EGR, which is the bugaboo of these vehicles. It's now got a bulletproof EGR cooler. It's got a brand new Ford oil cooler. It's got brand new Rotella oil and filter. Got a new serpentine belt. Got new coolant, sway bar links, a steering stabilizer. It's got everything it needed. It's got. But it doesn't mean when you get it in a week, it's not going to need a injector or an air conditioning compressor, which, by the way, it doesn't. It's blowing ice cold in here. It doesn't mean that, all right? So if you can't deal with the reality of having to spend some of the money you save by buying from us on a repair next week or next year or 3 years from now, got to go have this truck built and brand new. And with this rack on it, this setup on it, it's going to be a fortune. I mean, way up there. But you'll have 3 years and 36,000 miles of stress-free driving, and then you'll owe 35 or 40 grand when you're done. That's the reality of it. But we really, really do not want people who have this opinion that nothing's going to break next week or a year from now. That's not what's realistic to think. That being said, we just drove it, and it runs great. It shifts great, runs great. We've had it running for a couple hours now, just sitting out here, and it's almost 100 degrees right now. No blow-by. I don't know what to say. Anyway, That's my reality speech. Thank you for your time.